Hi everybody, Marco Carvalho here from businesscreditblogger.com. Today's video we're going to talk about vendor credit. We're going to talk about 5 vendor credit lines that actually help you build business credit. And more importantly, we have a special bonus. It's called a fast track bonus today that we're going to share with you on how to build your business credit report even faster. But if your goal is to get 5 vendor accounts reporting to your business credit reports, this is the video for you. So let's get started. First and foremost, what actually is vendor credit? You probably hear it all the time in all the different videos and different individuals saying that you got to get vendor credit to start building up your company's business credit report. Vendor credit is just one of the types of credit that you can obtain as a startup, existing business, or even a real estate investor. This is credit that's extended to you from a company that allows you to buy their products and services on credit, and you have to repay that in 30 days. So it's kind of like a buy now, pay later, but you only have 30 days. Some vendors do extend 60, 90-day terms, but that's in a nutshell what vendor credit is. You've probably heard supplier credit, trade credit, they're all the same thing. And it's net 30-day terms is the most popular form of credit you're going to get from vendors. So when you buy from a vendor, you get a credit limit. Starting out, if you're a brand new company, you have no credit file established, you usually typically get a small credit line from 500 to 1,000, some even starting higher than that. Many vendors do not require any personal guarantee or personal credit check, so that's why a lot of business owners like to start out with vendor credit because they don't want to use their personal credit. One of the things I want to share with you, though, if you do have strong personal credit, then consider leveraging that and getting some also business credit card funding on top of that, which will speed up the business credit building process. But for this video, we're going to talk about exclusively vendor credit. Check out our website at businesscreditbuilders.org/business-credit if you want to learn about our business credit building system. So why should you use vendor credit? Well, first, obviously, you have the ability to buy products and services and defer payment for 30 days. So there's 2 ways you're going to utilize vendor credit. You're going to buy products and services from vendors that you can use to operate and grow your business. You may need office supplies. You may need certain materials for your business to run your business. So that's one aspect of vendor credit that's beneficial for you. And you have 30 days to pay. Another aspect is if you need supplies from a supplier or a vendor to create your product, then sell it, get a profit, and then you pay your vendor back of the wholesale cost you paid for the materials. That's another benefit of using vendor credit. It conserves cash flow, and this allows you, every account you have with a vendor is a trade reference. So when you fill out credit applications as a business, and on the personal side you fill out credit applications, they check your personal credit report. On the business side, when they don't check your personal credit, they want to know trade references. So that's where you can supply that vendor as a trade reference on a credit application for your business. Now, furthermore, this helps you build your business credit reports. There's 500,000 vendors in the marketplace out there, but less than 10,000 actually report to the business credit reporting agency. So you want to be selective on the vendors that report to a business credit agency because that helps you build your business credit. In this video, we're going to share with you 5 vendors that actually do report. So that kind of saves you some time. There's 3 major agencies you want to pay attention to. There's Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Commercial, and Equifax Small Business. One thing I want to share with you that's really important, though, is Dun & Bradstreet caters mainly to vendors, suppliers, B2Bs, as well as equipment finance companies. They're more likely to pull a Dun & Bradstreet credit report, whereas when you talk about lenders, card issuers, they pull from Experian Commercial, and banks that are extending loans, lines of credit, mainly pull from Equifax and Experian Commercial. So that's just so you understand a little bit why it's so important that you focus on building your business credit file with all 3 major business credit reporting agencies. Getting vendor credit also protects your personal credit because you're not using your personal credit for credit checks. You don't have a personal guarantee on there, so there's no recourse on you. And this limits your personal liability. So that's the benefit of vendor credit. The disadvantage of vendor credit is the fact that you only get to use the credit with that particular vendor. It's not cash credit where you can go use your credit line anywhere you want, like a Visa or MasterCard or Discover American Express. Vendor credit gives you exclusive access to that particular vendor to buy their products and services on credit. Another advantage is you get discounts from vendors. Vendors may offer you discounts if you pay your invoice early before the 30-day net terms, because they want their money fast. So, or if you have a net 60-day term and you pay it in 30 days, you can get some special discounts. And this is the most important thing, to look at vendor credit as a stepping stone. It's a way for you to start establishing credit for your business without putting your personal credit at risk. And this leads to greater financing opportunity, because as you start building more vendor credit accounts, reporting on your business credit reports, you establish a credit rating for the business, you start having some history, so then you can start qualifying for other types of credit, like retail-based credit, or also known as store credit. You also have gas card companies, you have business credit cards that will check your business credit reports, and other financing products. So that's why it's so important that vendor credit is part of your strategy for building a diverse credit file for your business. Other people that who offers vendor credit lines, you look at this very simple list: office supply companies, printing companies, construction companies, restaurants, manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, etc. So there's a wide variety of vendors out there that you can get credit with as a business, even if you're a startup. So this impacts you because a couple things that are important when you're using vendor credit lines. You have your purchase activity. If you get a vendor credit account and you only make one purchase, that's okay. You're still going to have a trade reference report. You're going to have one payment, but it doesn't show payment history. So you want to build history. One of the things you don't want to do, though, is just start buying products that you don't need just to build credit history. That's why it's important starting out. Get a couple of vendor accounts, establish a credit rating, so you can start applying for maybe retailers or suppliers that require a stronger credit that you can use more consistently. But your payment behavior is key. You also want to work to increase your credit limits with the vendors that you currently use on a regular basis. So once you receive a credit line and you're using your credit, then in 6 months with ongoing payment history, request a credit limit increase, because when you have higher credit limits reporting on your business credit reports, this has an impact on your credit limit recommendation. Now, also your balances, make sure these are other things that are taken into consideration on your business credit reports, and your length of payment history. Now, before we get into applying for vendor credit lines, what do you need to apply? The first thing is you need to have a separate legal entity set up. So whether you're a corporation or a limited liability company, that's key. You have to be a separate legal entity. You have to make sure your company is in good standing with the state where you incorporate it in. So if you incorporated in New York or you incorporated in California, you have to check your state's website and do a search on your business to make sure your annual report filings are current and up to date. The reason being is underwriters, suppliers or vendors, they have their own underwriting team. They will check to make sure your company is in good standing. Next thing is you're going to need an EIN number, your employer identification number. When you supply that information on a credit application, that information is then shared to a business credit agency, and that's how your credit file gets created if it doesn't have a credit file created already. If you do have a credit file created, this allows the business credit agency to identify your company, match the data, and populate that payment history they're receiving from a vendor. Okay, so that's how you build credit history. Now, you're going to need general business and contact information. So you want to make sure you have everything. I always tell, I suggest having a document that has all your information on a nice spreadsheet. So you have the exact spelling of your business address, a business phone, bank account information, exact details. So on any credit application you put on, you want that information to always be consistent. You don't want to use, let's say, ABC Company, comma, LLC, and the next time you apply for credit, you just use ABC Company, but you don't include the comma, LLC. You want to have every application be identical when you're supplying data. The other thing is your business bank account. You want to have that information handy as well as your bank account or your bank contact person, bank contact phone number. Those are important details you need. So let's talk about vendor credit lines. Let's talk about what I call easy approval vendor credit lines. The next 5 vendors I'm going to share with you are one of the best ways for you to start building business credit fast as a brand new company, or even if an existing business and you don't want to use your personal credit, these are the best choices for you. Strategic Network Solutions is number 1. They provide computer and information technology products. You're going to need that information in today's business world. Obviously, you're going to need technology. So there's their website, stntsol.com. Make sure you use that coupon code SNSSBC for your credit line. Now, they do require you to make an initial purchase, which is $60. And then once you do that, you get a $2,000 net 30 account. So this particular vendor account reports to Experian Commercial and Credit Safe. So if you don't have an Experian business credit report, this is going to create your credit file with Experian. So how do you check once that to make sure let's say you got an account with Strategic, you made a purchase, it takes them 30 days to report that payment history, but you want to see, is it reporting? You go to smartbusinessreports.com. That's Experian's website, and you type in your company information on there on the search tab along with your city and state, and it'll show you how many trade lines are reporting on your business credit report. And that's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything to find out how many trade lines you have reporting on your Experian commercial report. So this is vendor credit line number 1, is Strategic Network Solutions. Number 2, the second easy approval vendor credit line is Summa Office Supplies. They provide office-related products. Every business is going to need office-related products. So same coupon code, SNSSBC, go to SummaOfficeSupplies.com. They also require $60 initial purchase. You can also get another $2,000 net 30 account. But this particular agency reports to Dun & Bradstreet. So the first one creates your credit file with Experian. This one will create your credit file with Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, so that's the beautiful aspect about it, is both of these vendors each will create one bureau with Experian and another account with Dun & Bradstreet. Now, if you already have established business credit, then this particular vendor is really important because they can offer you anywhere from $50,000 to $50,000 net 30 account, which would look really strong on your business credit report. So this is vendor credit line number 2. Vendor credit line number 3, you'll see this everywhere pretty much. I'm sure you've probably heard of it as Quill. They also offer office supplies, cleaning supplies, paper, ink, and toner products. You can go to net30account.com to apply for Quill. And they also have an initial purchase that may be required. Quill does report quarterly, though. They don't report every month, so they report quarterly to Dun & Bradstreet. So you're going to have to wait a little time before your account shows up that you make with Quill. But they offer you a higher credit line for if you have experienced credit as a business. But you can start out with a $500 to $1,000 net 30 account with this particular vendor. All right, so let's talk about number 4, easy approval vendor credit line. This is number 4. Provides consumer electronics, over 10.5 million products as Newegg business. For a Newegg business, you're going to go to vendorcreditline.com. The requirements for this vendor credit account is you got to have a DUNS number for this one, bank reference. You get a $500 to $1,000 net 30 account, and they also report to Dun & Bradstreet. So make sure with this particular one, you're going to select the net terms in the My Account tab once you log in. So you got to create an account with them first, and then apply for credits. So go to vendorcreditline.com to apply for number 4 for Newegg business. Number 5, this easy approval vendor credit line is Granger Industrial Supply. This is another real popular one you probably see everywhere. You go to Granger.com. They require a business license is required for your business, DUNS number, as well as a bank reference. With Granger, you can get a $500 to $1,000 net 30 account. They also report to Dun & Bradstreet. So for this one, you're also going to select the net term tabs under My Account once you log into Granger. So this is another net 30 account. Now, you've probably seen a consistency that those 5 net 30 vendor accounts, vendor credit accounts report to either Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Commercial, but what about Equifax? What about Equifax Small Business? You'll find that many gas cards report to Equifax Small Business, but gas cards many of them are not vendor, they're not starter accounts. So I want to make this easy for you in this particular video, the easy ones to qualify for. But it's important, I want to give you a real insider tip here. There's a company called the Small Business Financial Exchange. It's a nonprofit organization. And what they do is they receive data from a lot of banks and lenders. The top 10 business credit card issuers report data to the Small Business Financial Exchange. The Small Business Financial Exchange is not a business credit reporting agency. What they do is they collect that data and they only supply it to certified vendors of SBFE. So the certified vendors that they have is Experian Commercial, Dun & Bradstreet, as well as Equifax Small Business. So the data that gets reported to Small Business Financial Exchange will automatically show up and report on all three major business credit reporting agencies. So how do you get your data? One of the ways to get data on your Equifax Small Business Credit Report is to do business with a lender or supplier that reports to the Small Business Financial Exchange. They may not report directly to Equifax Small Business, but if they share data with the Small Business Financial Exchange, then they share that data with the Business Credit Reporting Agency. So there's a lot of data sharing going on, but on the screen here are several of the banks and companies that share payment data with the Small Business Financial Exchange. Some of these are banks, some of them are insurance companies. Behalf is a payment solution provider. You probably heard of them. But this is a great way for you to build up your business credit report with all three business credit reporting agencies when you deal with a particular bank or lender or company that reports to the Small Business Financial Exchange. So that's another way. Now I want to go in with what I call a fast track secret. This is that little bonus I was telling you about. Vendor credit is a powerful way for you to build your business credit, but there's also what I encourage you to do is having ongoing payment history, that repetitive payments. So in several videos I did disclose this. This is a new powerful strategy for building up your business credit reports fast and adding payment history if you've already been doing this for quite some time. And it's something you're going to be building payment history for month after month after month. It's something you're already spending money on, and that's your daily operational utilities for your business. That's like your business cell phone, your internet service, your cable service, your DirecTV service. So this particular company, businesscreditbuilderservices.com, we give you the opportunity to add up to 8 of your utility accounts that will report to your Experian Business Credit Report. They're soon going to be reporting to Dun & Bradstreet, so that's coming up very soon. So this is going to be huge because 30 days you can have all those accounts reporting on your business credit reports, but more importantly that you can populate up to 24 months of payment history. So if you've been in business for a year, 2 years or more, and you have a year or two in history of paying your utility payments for your business, that history can show up on your business credit report now. So you're now inheriting all that good payment history that you've had, and you can add it to your report. To do that, just go to businesscreditbuilderservices.com. So this is a powerful, fast way for you to build business credit. And you still want to use vendor credit because that's a short-term financing tool. You want to have that diversity on your business credit report. That's why I talk about also getting revolving lines of credit and installment credit like business credit cards, an installment loan, and this is service credit. Your utilities are service-based credit. So that's where you're building lots of diversity on your business credit report. And on a monthly basis, once you link your utility accounts, every time you pay your business cell phone, your business cable bill, your gas bill for the business, etc., that's getting reported to your business credit report. So just imagine the type of credit file you're going to have in a very short period of time. So if you want access to a complete list of vendor credit lines, check out our business credit building system. This is a do-it-yourself online business credit building system. You get your own private username and password. You can log in on your cell phone, your iPad, your desktop, and go step by step on everything available on how to build business credit. We also have video tutorials in there, and we actually provide you vendor credit sources that report, who they report to, what's the requirements they qualify. We provide you retailers, store credit, fleet credit, business credit cards that only report to the business credit agencies with no PG. We also include that in our system. So check out businesscreditbuilders.org for some more information. So I hope you really enjoyed the video here today on vendor credit. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button. If you want to know how to maximize your funding potential as a business owner, whether you're a startup, existing business owner, or even you're a real estate investor, we're always putting out videos like this that's going to share with you new funding strategies, tools, funding sources, and ways for you to build your business credit while protecting your personal credit at the same time. So with that, make it a great day. We'll talk to you real soon.